Okay, so one of you guys said that I should do Bed Wars commentaries, and that's what this was gonna be, but I am trash at Bed Wars and kept getting rushed, so I just could not get footage for that. So I got parkour in the background. But other than that, here we go. All right, let's get started. So in sixth grade, I was on the cross country team because I liked running. Now it turned out that I sort of like love hated cross country because I dreaded having to go to it because this was the e-learning year. So I was doing remote learning. So I didn't have to go into school except for this. So I got a social life during this. So that was fun. And this is towards the end of the season. So because of this, we got to go on the trails. This was instead of laps around the track, which is made of dirt and pebbles, or the sidewalk around the school, both of which are not that fun compared to going on the trails. So anyway, it's about a half mile run up there on a road, but it's fun over a bridge. You get to see the highway. And then you're at the trails. So once we get to the trails, they say, "Hey, be back by 4:15 so we can go back to the school so y'all can get picked up by your parents." So then once that happened, we split off into our own groups. And I went with two friends. They were both definitely faster and taller than me, but that wouldn't matter much because we were going off the trails. This was definitely not the one thing that our coach told us not to do because we could get lost. But we've, you know, been around so nothing could go wrong. We ended up coming up to a like winding creek, but it was basically just a creek bed because it's very dried out. So being the wise sixth graders we just ended up jumping back and forth over the creek. A lot of fun. Anyway, we're getting to the point and it's getting slightly harder every time to make the jumps. So we got to the point where I was barely making them, or at least I was thinking I was barely making them because we got to one where they both made it and I was just panicking. Now there's a little bit of water in the creek. It had just rained, so just enough to be aggravating that we couldn't run in the creek, which I had done later, which is fun, but sometimes there's like down logs and stuff, and then you have to like either get out or just like go under it, which is disgusting because there's all types of like moss, fungi, and slick dirt or something. I don't know. It feels disgusting to me. Anyway, so we're I'm trying to get myself to have the guts to jump, but I'm seriously doubting myself. And I was also shorter than them, which probably didn't really matter, but that's what I was thinking about. So I ended up deciding, you know what? There's some dirt right below there. I'll just jump for the dirt because I don't want to like miss and hurt myself, which now I would not worry about that. But, sixth graders are weird. So I jump for the dirt. I hit the dirt perfect. I'm fine. I go to grab on to the ledge to pull myself up, but I sank. Now, remember how I said that it had just rained? Yeah, turns out this was not dirt. This was mud, and I mean this was the deepest mud. I sank up to my kneecaps in that mud, and I tried to pull myself out because they had started going. Now I had to call for them, and they pulled me out, but not before I lost my shoe. So then I had to grab my shoe, covered in mud, socks, sock covered in mud. So I had to scoop the mud out of my shoe, put my shoe back on. So now I have two muddy shoes and pants. So what do? We just run back, trying to get sticks to scrape off the mud, but it's just not coming off my shoes. My pants looked fine. So we told the coach that I had dripped, and he didn't seem suspicious. Then again, this was probably not the first time this has happened to him, because he had said that someone had gotten hurt or something when they were off the trails, and that's why we shouldn't go off the trails. But we didn't get hurt, so we were fine. So yeah, that was fun, and I still joke about it today with friends. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and goodbye.